Welcome to our lecture series. Today, we tackle hotspot policing in the Philippines, a strategy that focuses on reducing crime in high-risk areas. We will delve into what hotspot policing means, its implications for our neighborhoods, and the challenges faced by our law enforcement. This discussion is essential for fostering understanding and exploring equitable solutions. Thank you for joining us. Let's get started right away. Hotspot policing is a crime prevention strategy that focuses law enforcement resources on specific geographic areas where crime is concentrated, known as hotspots. By using data analysis to identify these high-crime areas, police can deploy targeted interventions, such as increased patrols or community engagement initiatives, to deter criminal activity and enhance public safety. This approach is significant in crime prevention as it allows for more efficient allocation of resources, improves community trust, and fosters proactive rather than reactive policing, ultimately leading to a reduction in crime rates. In the Philippines, hotspot policing has gained traction in urban areas plagued by crime, such as Metro Manila, where concentrated efforts have proven effective in tackling issues like drug trafficking and gang violence, contributing to enhanced community safety. Now, I'll be discussing a crucial law enforcement strategy known as hotspot policing. This approach focuses on specific geographic areas that are identified as experiencing high rates of crime. By concentrating resources in these hotspots, law enforcement agencies aim to reduce crime and enhance community safety. The philosophy behind hotspot policing is straightforward. Crime is not randomly distributed but tends to cluster in certain areas, often linked to various social, economic, and environmental factors. By concentrating law enforcement efforts in these high-crime areas, police aim to disrupt criminal activities, prevent potential crimes, and foster community engagement. Research has shown that this targeted approach can significantly reduce crime rates in identified hotspots. Hotspot policing emerged in the 90s alongside the crime mapping revolution and a focus on evidence-based policing. Recognizing crime distribution patterns became key for academics and law enforcement. A significant figure in this development is criminologist George Lakelling, along with James A. Wilson, proposed the broken windows theory in the 80s, arguing that ignoring minor offenses can lead to more serious crimes. The foundation for modern hotspot policing was laid down in the early part of the 21st century, with technological advancements like geographic information systems that allowed for precise mapping of crime trends. Agencies like the New York Police Department began implementing these strategies, leading to notable reductions in crime rates. Over the years, hotspot policing has spread globally, becoming a staple in various jurisdictions seeking to address crime proactively and efficiently. Let's explore hotspot policing in the Philippines, focusing on major cities like Manila, Cebu, and Davao. The crime landscape poses significant challenges, with urban centers such as Manila and Cebu experiencing higher rates of theft, robbery, and drug-related incidents. For example, certain districts in Manila saw a rise in crime, prompting law enforcement to prioritize these areas for intervention. In Cebu City, the crime rate has fluctuated, with spikes in violent crimes and property crimes. Law enforcement has identified specific barangays as hotspots, primarily due to factors such as poverty, lack of resources, and limited police presence in these areas. Davao City, known for its strict law enforcement measures under past local leadership, has also faced its share of crime challenges, focusing on particular zones where criminal activities are concentrated. Despite the potential benefits of hotspot policing, law enforcement in the Philippines faces several challenges in managing these crime hotspots. 1. Resource limitations. Many police stations in urban areas struggle with insufficiencies in manpower and equipment. The limited number of officers often leads to difficulties in maintaining a constant presence in identified hotspots. 2. Community relations. Building trust within communities marked by high crime rates is essential for successful policing. However, past experiences with heavy-handed enforcement may alienate local populations, making proactive cooperation difficult. 3. Socio-economic factors. Persistent socio-economic issues, such as poverty and unemployment, exacerbate crime rates. Law enforcement alone cannot address the causes of crime. A multifaceted approach involving social services is needed. 4. Political considerations. The political landscape can influence law enforcement strategies. Political pressure for immediate crime reduction may lead to aggressive tactics that could compromise community trust. Let's explore how law enforcement agencies in the Philippines utilize hotspot policing, the techniques they employ, and successful case studies. Hotspot policing is based on the idea that crime is concentrated in specific areas, or hotspots, rather than being evenly distributed. Insights from interviews with local law enforcement officials provide an understanding of the current implementation of this strategy in the Philippines, as follows. 1. Many police departments have adopted a proactive approach to crime reduction, focusing their resources on areas identified as crime hotspots through careful analysis. 2. Local law enforcement in regions like Metro Manila have been utilizing crime data to inform their patrol strategies. Officers are often assigned to specific neighborhoods based on recent crime statistics, ensuring a strong presence where it is most needed. 3. This approach also includes regular community engagement to gather feedback and enhance public trust, ensuring that community members feel safe and are part of the solution. Hotspot policing relies on advanced techniques, particularly data analytics and community collaboration. 1. Data analytics and crime mapping enable law enforcement to identify patterns and trends in crime incidents. Using tools like geographic information systems, agencies can visualize data, forecast future hotspots, and take preemptive actions. 2. Collaborations with local communities. Effective hotspot policing requires collaboration with local communities. By incorporating community feedback, police can address specific neighborhood concerns. Hosting community meetings allows for discussion of local issues, leading to tailored strategies. Additionally, encouraging anonymous tips helps establish trust and partnership between residents and law enforcement. Now, let us jump into some successful case studies that showcase the effectiveness of hotspot policing in the Philippines. 1. Barangay Tondo, Manila. In Tondo, a notorious hotspot for petty crimes, local police utilized crime mapping to identify the most affected areas. Post-implementation of increased police visibility and community outreach programs, crime rates in Tondo dropped 30% over year. Community feedback highlighted greater feelings of safety among residents. 2. In Cebu, police collaborated with local businesses for intelligence gathering. This partnership allowed them to identify and address prevalent issues like theft and vandalism. After launching a campaign to increase police presence during peak hours, monitoring through data revealed a 25% reduction in reported thefts and increased community engagement in safety initiatives. 3. Davao City adopted hotspot policing strategies to address conflicts related to gang violence. By establishing regular community police dialogues and working with social service agencies, police were able to mediate tensions effectively. This proactive strategy contributed to a reported 15% decline in violent crime overall. These cases show that hotspot policing initiatives have led to significant outcomes, including reduced crime rates and a safer environment. Community feedback is generally positive, with residents feeling more empowered and informed about local policing. This decline in crime has improved social order and boosted local commerce, property values, and community cohesion. Now, let's explore hotspot policing in the Philippines, focusing on community perspectives from local leaders and residents about police presence, crime reduction, and related concerns. In the Philippines, this strategy addresses various crimes, including drug offenses and gang violence. While the goal is public order, its implementation raises questions about the balance between law enforcement and community rights. To assess the impact of hotspot policing in the Philippines, I interviewed community leaders and residents, revealing a mix of insights. 1. Positive aspects. Many noted an increased police presence, enhancing their sense of security and contributing to lower crime rates. Community leaders appreciated police involvement in local events and partnerships to combat crime. 2. Negative aspects. Some residents reported feelings of harassment due to heavy police presence, leading to fear in vulnerable communities. Additionally, concerns about biased enforcement against certain ethnic or socio-economic groups were raised. 3. Overall impression. Responses highlighted a mixed experience. While crime reduction is evident, it often comes at the cost of civil liberties and strained community relations. Now let's shift our focus to the concerns and criticisms surrounding hotspot policing in the Philippines. 1. Civil liberties. Increased police intervention raises questions about civil liberties, with citizens feeling surveilled or unfairly targeted. 2. Racial profiling. Reports of racial profiling create a perception of bias, eroding trust between communities and law enforcement and reducing cooperation in crime prevention. 3. Community trust. Although some crime reduction has occurred, aggressive policing can alienate communities, leading residents to view police as adversaries rather than allies. 4. Over-policing of vulnerable communities. It often over-polices vulnerable areas, fostering distrust and tension rather than safety. 5. Alternatives. Experts advocate for community policing models that promote partnerships between residents and police to build trust and enhance crime prevention. Next, let us discuss another pressing topic in law enforcement today pertaining to hotspot policing in the Philippines, specifically through the lenses of technological advancements and community engagement. As we navigate the challenges of urban crime, understanding how technology and community involvement can shape policing strategies is critical in creating safer environments for all citizens. The technological advancements in modern policing includes 1. Surveillance systems. Many Philippine cities have implemented advanced surveillance technologies, including high-definition cameras in key areas. These systems not only deter crime but also provide critical evidence for investigations. The Philippine National Police effectively uses ADA footage to quickly solve cases. 2. Social media monitoring. Law enforcement is increasingly utilizing social media for real-time monitoring of criminal activities and public safety sentiments. The rapid police response to social media posts about planned illegal activities highlights the platform's effectiveness in maintaining order. 3. Data analytics. Data analytics enhances hotspot policing by analyzing crime patterns to optimize resource allocation in high-crime areas. Predictive policing models, despite some controversy, help forecast potential crime locations, improving law enforcement response times and deterrence. On community engagement in crime prevention, the following are considered. 1. Innovative methods for community involvement. The ELI recognizes that policing isn't just about enforcement, it's also about building relationships with the community. Innovative programs such as Bilog ng Kapayapaan involve local communities in identifying their own security needs. Also, the implementation of neighborhood watch programs empowers citizens to take an active role in ensuring safety in their areas. 2. Dialogue facilitating programs, like open forums and community meetings enable police to connect with residents, fostering trust and addressing concerns. Initiatives like Peace and Order Councils bring together local leaders, businesses, and citizens to collaboratively tackle crime, empowering the community to unite against it. 3. Youth engagement initiatives. Engaging youth is essential. Programs that educate young people about laws, personal safety, and crime consequences can reduce delinquency. Collaborating with schools for awareness campaigns informs students of their rights and encourages them to advocate for safer communities. The integration of advanced technology with community-driven initiatives creates dynamic synergy that enhances policing effectiveness. For example, as communities grow more informed through police engagement, they can utilize digital platforms to assist in crime reporting and data sharing, making the process more efficient. Success stories from cities employing this dual approach show reduced crime rates and improved trust in law enforcement. Now, let me share my thoughts about the future directions of hotspot policing in the Philippines. Hotspot policing in the Philippines aims to reduce crime by targeting high-crime areas. While effective for public safety, it must balance law enforcement with community rights. Future strategies could integrate advanced technology and data-driven methods to identify hotspots accurately. However, care must be taken to prevent data bias and invasive surveillance that can erode community trust. Ensuring hotspot policing does not lead to over-policing of marginalized groups is crucial, as historical precedents show negative impacts. Successful future models should involve community participation, fostering collaboration between police and residents, and promoting training on human rights for law enforcement. This approach enhances trust, transparency, and ultimately improves policing outcomes. Here are key policy recommendations to enhance hotspot policing in the Philippines while promoting equity and community trust. 1. Community engagement. Partner with local leaders and hold public forums for community input. 2. Data transparency. Make crime data accessible and involve residents in hotspot analysis. 3. Training. Equip law enforcement with cultural competency and conflict resolution skills. 4. Resource allocation. Invest in targeted support programs in hotspot areas and ensure fair distribution of policing resources. 5. Accountability. Establish independent oversight bodies and implement body cameras for police accountability. 6. Youth programs. Fund community initiatives that engage youth and promote positive relationships with law enforcement. 7. Feedback mechanisms. Create accessible channels for community feedback. 8. Holistic crime approaches. Emphasize preventive strategies and integrate mental health resources into policing. 9. Technology use. Utilize smart policing tools and anonymous reporting systems to enhance community involvement. 10. Impact evaluation. Conduct regular assessments of policing strategies. By adopting these recommendations, policymakers can create a more equitable and trustworthy relationship between law enforcement and the communities they serve. Thank you for listening. Today's discussion highlighted the complexities of crime prevention and the balance between effective policing and civil liberties. We emphasized the importance of data-driven strategies and community engagement in creating safer environments. We encourage you to continue this conversation in your communities, as your voice is vital. We look forward to exploring hotspot policing in our next episode. Stay informed and engaged for a safer future.